Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Thursday market webcast. Okay, so yesterday's title was "The Bears Are Half Awake." They're half awake. They're taking steps. You can see the last couple days we're making lower lows on the daily charts. Let me zoom this in a bit. You're getting lower lows from the prior day low. Okay, the second consecutive day we've been able to pull that off. We've traded as low as 3,005 last night. Rounding at 3,000 is going to be important. You've got all these moving averages down here, the 50, 100, and the 200 jammed in the 2960s, 2980 area. It's a whole layer of price that we dealt with back on June the 15th, a couple of Mondays ago. And they tested it. They tried to break below it. They held, and that was the move up to the 9-day. So you've seen price compress a little bit. You've seen it fight over the 9-day, fight over the 20-day, and now the bears are trying to push back to, what in reality is the bottom end of a very, very big trading range, trying to see if they can break it down. The news is a little bit on their side, but you could see how if they can engage here, potentially those bands could expand. Now, if recent history is foretelling future price action, we're going to get down here somewhere and they're going to bounce it back up to the daily midband. If they do, so be it. It's our job to deal with the 10 handles in front of us so we can deal with the 10 handles after that and the 10 handles after that. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up in big targets up above, big targets down below. Focus on what price is doing in front of you, and that'll lead, to what's next. And that's what we teach. Weekly pivot, this is hourly chart. We've been battling over it since yesterday afternoon. So you had a hard break of the 20-day and the 9-day, and it went deep off the open. And then we basically just fought over weekly pivot, and we've been fighting over weekly pivot all night long. So the hourly mid band here, you can see it descending. It is sitting at 36.75 right now. It was the reaction high off of the 8:30 GDP news. So 8:30 GDP, they whipped it down to 19, then they whipped it up to 36. So it's volatile. It's really whippy right now. So what that means is you got to respect risk. Take your profits where you find them. We were short 45 last night, and I took my runner for 30, and I did not expect it to have gone all the way back up into the 50s overnight, but that's exactly what it did. So we're flat right now. We're waiting. We'll see what the open brings. We open in a half an hour. But respect price, respect risk. Take your profits. It's a good trading environment unless you get dug in, unless you get ideological, unless you say, hey, the market's got to go down, or the market doesn't have to do anything at all. Doesn't have to do anything. It certainly doesn't have to do what I want. It doesn't have to do what you want or what anybody else wants. It's going to do what it's going to do. So we're trying to find the volatile moments, and then we're also trying to identify those choppier times. And what we've been doing during the choppier times is just backing off. Just leave it alone and wait for a big level to do something. This 46 area was huge. I banged around the 46 area yesterday afternoon because the move off of that was going to be pretty significant. It went from 40, basically 45 to 05. There's more there if the bears can get it done, and there's certainly more left to the upside. You could very easily see a retest of the daily midband from here, like we talked about earlier. Okay, that's all I got. Just for the open, as I mentioned, hourly mid, 36.75. Volume weighted average price, 32.75. 5-minute mids at 28. So 28 to 36 is going to be a big deal. Stretch that range out to that entire GDP reaction range. So basically 18s to 36s. That zone's got to make a decision. If that zone can make a decision, then we'll see what it wants to do with the day. But expect some whip and some chop off the open for sure. Take care. Be safe, be healthy, trade them well. Talk to you tomorrow. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princeton Trader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.